and today we have two teams that are more than ready to get the season underway. It's the Bills going up against the Ravens. With that, time to get up to Baltimore, Maryland, as I'm pleased to introduce our new broadcast team for 2016. Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Larry, thanks. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Inner Harbor at M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland. Today, the opener of the 2016 NFL season between the Buffalo Bills and the Baltimore Ravens. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. They'll need to get the play off quickly. Now a carry here for Terrence West. He'll get about 4 as he's past the 35 to the 38-yard line. A couple of Bills team up to bring him down there. And the quarterback, he's got some big threats at wideout.
And they seem to get bigger all the time, don't they, Brandon? Every time I look out and watch a game, we're getting these bigger, more athletic, acrobatic receivers. We have some today.
Flacco here on second down. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
And now a first down following that long gain. Here's West. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. No gain on the play there. Second down. Quickly now, a look at the Buffalo defense.
Corey Graham has everything you're looking for in a safety. The ability to come up and tackle, as well as play the deep zones.
Lose yardage here. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's third down.
The evaluation process in today's NFL does not take into account as much bulk as it does speed. And that's what we're seeing with the linebacker position. Those guys that can run, they can play at any spot because they can make plays on the opposite side of the line of scrimmage.
Third and long for Joe Flacco. And this one is incomplete. Ben Watson was the intended target, and it brings up fourth down. And you really can't pin that one on the quarterback, Charles. The O-line, they've got to protect better.
And they know it. That's their meal ticket. They want to take care of the big guy behind them. In this case, they let him down. Winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, they'll be disappointed with that effort.
One man on the backfield. That's McCoy. In motion, the tight end play. Now a play fake here on first down. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. And here's our first look today at this offense.
And let's start with LaShawn Shady McCoy, their star running back. He can do everything. Run it inside, get to the perimeter, and, of course, catch it out of the backfield.
Second down now after the incompletion. Here's the first carry for LaShawn McCoy. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. So he loses 3 yards there. Now third down.
There's so many things that go into playing the position of linebacker. Some of them are actually subtle. Doing the drill work that you do all the time in practice and carrying it over to the game. Get rid of blockers and get to the ball carrier and knock him down for a loss.
The wide receiver moving to a good spot. Third and long, it's Taylor. And he's got his man. It's the tight end Clay. And they pick up 25 as they convert on third.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the ball, as we just saw there.
Now a first down carry here for McCoy. And he'll be taken down at the 34. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Now Taylor to throw on 2nd down. He's going to look deep for Watkins. And not only did he drop it, he dropped it in the end zone.
In this situation, it's really tough to figure out how to defend because they have plenty of room to still take deep shots at the end zone as they just did there. Yet at the same time, you've got to be ready for the short throw. In this case, when you see the cue that they're going for the end zone, retreat and make sure you have a way to play forward, back towards the receiver, and have a chance to bat the ball away as they did there.
The 25-yard line is what they need here. This is third down.
Here we go.
Now it's Taylor. Looking for his tight end, Clay, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And the last go-around for them, they tried that really, really long field goal, couldn't connect.
And in retrospect, I think a lot of people would say, well, why would you try one that long? You hurt yourself in field position. The ball comes out, there. That only helps the other team. But I look at it as maybe it was a double shot of confidence. Confident the kicker could make it. And even if he missed, confident in their defense that they could hold him.
Now West. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
Our game can look like a disaster, but it all depends on how the game is going. Is it a series of 1-yard gains running the ball? If that's the case, you might have to start thinking about throwing it a little bit more. But if it's just the occasional 1-yard run, hey, congratulations to the defense. They won that one. Come back and get them the next time.
And with the play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Second down, Flacco now. It's caught, Kamar Aiken. And give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height. Sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there. If he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does, where a quarterback has to slide and find open space to throw.
Kamar Aiken, the intended receiver, and it's second down. Second down following the incompletion. Flacco to throw again on second down. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with a football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
So on that play, defense was in the zone. They ran a crossing route offensively, but the defense there, you got to be good with communication, don't you?
You certainly do, and it's not something that is really evident when you watch it on the screen. But everyone's talking, communicating, pointing, and it keeps you from chasing receivers because you have a specific zone you have to cover. When a receiver's in your zone and he crosses to another one, you got to let your guy know. They got a completion there, but I like the discipline they showed to stay in their proper areas and then make the tackle.
So incomplete on first. Let's see what second down has in store. Incomplete on first down. Now Flacco on second. He hits West underneath. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 7 yards on the play. And that'll lead here to a third down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Second quarter now. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis with you. It's the Ravens who have the football, and they're driving, but they come up on a 3rd and short here. And here comes play number 6 on this drive. Flacco to throw here on 3rd down. And this is going to be incomplete. So there you go, holding by the offense, and that'll push him back.
Changes everything now as you try and figure out what your playbook has for you. Longer yardage situations, tougher to execute and pick up first downs.
And with that penalty, the offense in a tough spot here, 3rd and 13. It's a 5-receiver set, 3 to the left, 2 to the right. Third and long for Joe Flacco. The open man is Smith. And they do stop him, but he takes it all the way to the 2.
And fits the exact right word. Over the middle, there's almost always traffic, so anytime you're a receiver in that area, you're not just focused on catching the football. You're wondering where the collision's going to come from, right? Because there's almost always someone there able to concentrate, catch it, and even added a little extra to it.
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. Terrence West taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Ravens are in for 6. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tougher for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how we're going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. And the Bills offense comes out ready to take over. So the D-line's going to spread out. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Sammy Watkins, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up second down. Unable to connect on the first down pass play. Now it's second down.
Here we go. Ryan 38.
Now Taylor going to hand this one off to McCoy. And McCoy loses the football. And this is going to be brought back for a Baltimore touchdown. So this defense clicking early in the year, week one, the return for a touchdown.
The organization made a concerted effort in the offseason to improve this defense. I have to say they like the early returns.
And this is no good. Missed the PAT, so they fail to connect, and this remains a 13-0 game. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. Fielded about a yard deep. And the Bills getting set to go. They'll come out in the pistol. Throwing now, Taylor on first down. Wide open is Watkins. He's got him. And he's eventually brought down, but not before he reaches the 39, just shy of the 40. One man in the backfield. That's McCoy. On first and 10, it's Taylor. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Well, I guess we just discovered that someone is certainly not going to sit back and just take it in this game, huh?
No, they were trying to get that touchdown back in one shot.
One shot, trying to help out his defense and let the other team know they were coming after him.
Looking left sideline, incomplete. Sammy Watkins, the intended target, and it's third down. And defensively, Baltimore's in a dime look here on third. From the gun, it's Taylor. Looking for his tight end, Clay, and it's intercepted. Picked off here by Jimmy Smith. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. Second down and 10. They'll come up now in the Wildcat package. Out of the Wildcat, it's Dixon. This is West. And he works his way forward for a couple up past the 30. The corner, Stephon Gilmore on the stop.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. Flacco will use the arm this time. Flush to his right. And that's caught by Smith. Steve Smith all by his lonesome. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Steve Smith, 68 yards. And the Ravens will extend their lead. And that was touchdown pass number 1 of the season for Joe Flacco, back out there looking good.
And I think that people may look at him in a different light now because Joe Flacco has a Super Bowl ring. People always wonder, is he an elite quarterback? How about the return from the ACL injury last year to be ready to go opening week? Phenomenal rehab job by him and the training staff.
And he breaks it all the way out to the 38-yard line. Great return. Now the Bills offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And 2 picks thrown here in this first half alone. We'll see how that affects him.
Can't wait to see where his confidence is because the great ones, They'll throw 4 or 5 picks, and while it'll hurt their team, it won't hurt their confidence. They'll think something was just wrong with the ball or the wind or something was funny. It's never about them. That's how they stay so into the moment and into the game.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Partner, you know I love to point out when teams break tendency and do something a little bit different from the norm. But when you run the ball in the first play of the drive, that's not a tendency breaker at all. That's just trying to establish yourself as you move forward.
Wide open receiver complete. Past the 20. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Marquise Goodwin, 60 yards. And his guys get the quick strike touchdown. Good pass, clean catch, and a house call there on the fly route.
And not that much room to operate. So that tells you about his acceleration. We always talk about being able to go from 0 to 60 real fast. It took him less time than that to get to top speed and complete that play.
And this will be a touchback, so a first chance here in week 1 to see the ball be brought out with the new rule to the 25-yard line. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looks pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. First and 10, and now a hit, and Flacco drops the foot, and now the rookie's free. And this is going to be brought back for a Bills touchdown. So this defense clicking early in the year, week 1, the return for a touchdown.
The organization made a concerted effort in the offseason to improve this defense. I have to say they like the early returns.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. First and 10 here for Flacco. Over the middle to Smith. Well, the coaches mentioned they weren't as concerned about big play offense. They thought they could get some shorter, quicker stuff and be consistent. And that's kind of what they showed there.
What they saw in preparation, what they saw on film, is a defense that likes to get out fast in terms of coverage, meaning they either bail out or they give them a lot of space to throw the underneath stuff. So they decided they'd take advantage of it and worked on it hard in practice this week.
They'll run it with West. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Officially a gain of just a yard there, but they do convert on 3rd and inches. And it looks like this will likely be the last play before we hit the 2-minute warning.
Let's see if they can sneak one more good play in before the 2-minute signal.
So 2 minutes to go. We're back to Baltimore after this. So the offense lining up 1st and 10. It's a 5-receiver set. 3 to the left, 2 to the right. Now Flacco. He's going to let this one go deep. And that's caught inside the 30. A gain of 35 that time. And that'll be good for a Baltimore first. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you're probably going to have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well.
Showed it right there. Passing play. Got a man. It's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Steve Smith, already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Ravens will add on to their lead. And they'll get set here looking for the two-point conversion. They'll try to pound it in with West. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. They get the conversion. And, Charles, when you only have 2 yards to go, what do you think of the toss play? Because initially it kind of sets you back a little bit.
It does, especially if you get a lot of pressure coming towards you. But if you can get to the edge, if you seal the edge with your blocking, often your tackle or your tight end on what they call the play side where the ball goes.
And now off to the races down the right side. The 20. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Josh Huff, 99 yards. And the Bills have cut it to within a score. Last year in the regular season, only 7 kick return TDs. We get a taste of it here in Week 1 in 2016.
And don't be surprised if that number of 7 falls this year, because every special teams coach that I talked with in the offseason all vowed to be more aggressive in their kick return game.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Raven offense now, ready for another possession. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the football.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
They'll run again with Hunt. And he'll get this only up to about the... And now the Bills are going to stop it as they call a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And this defense looks for one more stop here on 3rd after the run. They come out here in the eye. And they give this time to the tailback. And he'll make... Now the Bills will take another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. So 3rd and inches, trying to pick it up the middle. He had nowhere to go, tackled for a loss.
And you know how we talk about double A-gap pressure? Meaning linebackers going in the gap between the center and the guard on either side? Well, it's not always to get to the passer. Sometimes you do that to prevent a running play. Worked pretty well in that situation.
Good blocking there. Nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Flushed out right. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. They go play action here on 1st down. He's going to loft it deep right sideline. And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. Marquise Goodwin as the first half is winding down. And the Bills are an extra point away from taking the lead.
After nearly 30 minutes of football, that touchdown puts us in a position where if they make the extra point, we're right back to even before we start the second half.
After the TD, here's Carpenter on to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Flacco looks to throw. He's got time. He's going to loft one deep left side here. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock.
Well, partner, I guess that answers the question about whether they're going to sit on it or not.
It does. Now we'll see if they try that again.
Yeah, I think what we find on plays like that, when you take that shot, if you're unsuccessful, then you go way more conservative to finish the half, you know? I think that's the way they'll go.
They come out here in the eye. They'll run. This is Hunt. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend as we send you down to our EA Sports Studios in Orlando where we find our man Larry Ridley with our halftime report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Out come the Bills now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that. He's got it at the 15. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Marquise Goodwin with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Bills will extend their lead. And with that, the lead is up to 8. After the TD, here's Carpenter on to kick it away. To return, here's Michael Campanaro. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half.
For them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Here we go with 2nd and 7. The direct snap to Dixon. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30. Corey Graham brings him down.
Well, I think we know by now that every run is not going to be broken and get all the way to the end zone. But these short ones still have their value. You can still set up your play action and throw the football. You control the clock because you have the ball and they don't. And often the physicality sets the tempo for the game.
So they run it on 2nd down. Now let's see what 3rd down brings here for the offense. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Here's Flacco looking for his running back, and he's got it. And he'll be out of bounds up past the 45. And call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Throwing here on first down. Flacco. Smith catches left side. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
2nd and 1 and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
So it'll be first down here after the run. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. They look to throw on 1st and 10 with Flacco. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Give him 22 on that one. And it's good enough for a Baltimore first down. He had time, was able to survey the field and find a soft spot in that zone coverage.
And that's where it gets difficult for a defender, Brandon. You go to your spots on the field that you have to cover, and when the offense finds an area that you're not in, that's where they throw the football.
They'll run it now out of the gun. He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
On the ground, it's West again. He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line.
It's been a struggle this entire game trying to move the ball on the ground. But every now and then you find a little chink in the armor, and that type of run right there lets them know that they can't stop every single run for almost no gain.
This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. They come out here in the eye. And an encroachment penalty here will cost them 5 yards.
And it makes it so simple, doesn't it? An easy free 5 yards for the offense given to them by the defense.
And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. 1st and goal at the 3-yard line now. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Oftentimes when you're not winning at the point of attack for an offensive line, maybe they're getting out physical. Spread things out a little bit, make it more of a one-on-one blocking scheme. Then you don't have to win it physically. You just have to win it by position. That may open things up for your running backs.
From the 4, it's 2nd and goal. And he'll give it here to his running back. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal.
I have to laugh a little bit because he actually handed it off. I thought with the 2 touchdown passes he's thrown in this one already, he'd go ahead and fling and try and get a 3rd one.
Yeah, now from this spot on 3rd down, I think he'd probably throw it here.
Yeah, I don't think there's any question about it. They won't even send in a running play here, I don't believe. I think they go ahead and try and throw it for a touchdown.
And that is incomplete. Mike Wallace, the intended receiver. And that brings up 4th down.
And that was a nice play. He knocked it away, but obviously you want the interception in this situation. You want to take away any chance that they have any decision to make on 4th down. But things happen so quickly in the end zone in this compressed area of the field that you're just happy to knock it away and not allow a touchdown.
Flacco now on 4th. He's got time in the pocket. He rifles one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And here come the Bills. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. I mean, that's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
After the interception, here's Taylor. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
On 2nd down, it's McCoy. And a short gain here as he gets it up only to about the 6. The tackle made by the corner, Jimmy Smith.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things. But the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Here comes the D swarming to the line. On 3rd down, Taylor in trouble, and the ball's out. It's in the end zone loose. And this will be gathered up in the end zone, and that's a defensive touchdown. So they were down by a touchdown, probably just hoping the defense could hold them, maybe force the punt. Instead, they force the turnover and take it into the house.
Well, the plan was perfect. That's exactly what they wanted. Instead, they got a lot more than that. Big-time capitalization by taking the ball away and putting it in the end zone.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage looked defensively. Eluding the pressure right. And this one incomplete. So they went for the 2. They don't get it.
They made the decision to go for 2. They didn't get it. They remained down by 2 points. Should they have kicked it there?
3rd quarter, I'm okay with it. Maybe 1st or 2nd, you don't? I don't know. What do you think?
Yeah, again, I keep coming back to I don't like to chase a lot of points, but I also don't know what kicking an extra point being down 1 does for me.
Back onto the field now comes the Bills offense.
Here we go.
Throwing now, Taylor on 1st down. Surveying the field. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Timmy Jernigan in there to drop him with his first sack of 2016. Back now in Baltimore. It's been a good one so far. Just a 2-point game here as we get set for quarter number 4. On 2nd down, here's Taylor. And that is incomplete here. He was trying to get it into Watkins, and that'll make it 3rd down.
I think that's a big-time play there because the slant route is really hard to cover because the timing is so quick. But able to see it, diagnose it, and get to the football, that's why he was able to bat it away.
A fake to McCoy. Now it's Taylor. Rolling to his left. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. Here's Colton Schmidt now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Fielded at the 20. This is Hunt. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. At least he was able to break that initial contact, or it could have been a loss.
Yeah, give credit to the defensive player, though. What did he do? Made him slow down, slow up his feet, and allowed the rest of the guys to get there to finish him off.
They'll run it here with Hunt. And some room to roam now. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. And they just acquired him a new ball carrier. What do you think of the acquisition?
I like it. Maybe not the big-time player, big-time impact you're looking for, but someone who wants to prove something and find a new home.
And on the ground they go with a running back. And that play will go nowhere, losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. From the ground game here, Flacco. And this will be incomplete.
And that incompletion was caused by the defense. I think they were trying to get one into the middle of the field, trying to find a receiver there. But they were in zone defense. And what are the advantages of being in zone? Eyes and reaction. Eyes meaning all eyes are on the quarterback and able to react when he throws the football and rally to that spot. And that's exactly what happened there. Able to get there and knock it away.
Third down. Flacco needs a decent chunk of yardage. He's going to rifle one deep left side. That's caught inside the 20. They chalked that one up as a gain of 34 on third down. And we continue to see another example here of offenses just going for it.
And this game has really turned into a receiver's dream and a defender's nightmare because no one's being stopped throwing the ball downfield, and points are going on the board.
And Watson has it right side.
Epitome of what we call the move tight end, a guy that you can line up anywhere, in the slot, out wide, in tight, doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch. They'll run it now out of the gun. Fighting him off. And he will force his way into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Terrence West, already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Ravens have taken the lead here in the fourth quarter. These have been no picnic for him so far. He's missed 2, but this one is good. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Now the Bills offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And last time out, went for it on fourth down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do. Chain of events.